Welcome back to the Malazan Maniacs podcast, where we read the Malazan Book of the Fallen. Currently reading Gardens of the Moon, Book 1. My name is Mac. I've read 5.5 Books of the Fallen.
My name's Danilo. I've read 10 Books of the Fallen. Yeah.
I interrupted Danilo.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. I don't want to say it every time.
My name is Shelby, and I've read 6 out of 7 of the first Books of the Fallen.
Whoa,
shit.
6, 7.
6, 7.
I'm Sarah, and I've also read 6 out of 7 of the
Can we
books.
get a clean take of that, please? Who are you?
And
Can we get one with more singing, please?
and I'm Sarah. And
Your
I've
name's
read-
Anna?
And I'm Sarah, and I've read 6 out of 7 of the Books of the Fallen.
Hey!
Just one Book of the Fallen, though not out of the 10, just out of the 1.
Oh! Oh! All right, poetry time. This one is important, so listen up.
Listening.
Rumors like tattered flags, wind snapping and echoing in the streets below told the tale of the days upon us. 'Twas said an eel had slipped ashore, or not one but 1,000, under a jagged moon that might be dead. 'Twas whispered that a claw scraped slow on the city's cobbles, even as a dragon was seen sailing high, silver and black in the night sky. 'Twas heard, they say, a demon's death cry on the rooftops on a night of blood, even as the master's 100 hands lost 100 daggers to the dark, and 'twas rumored then a lady masked highborn had offered to unbidden guests a fate to remember.
So that's the events of the book,
That's
yeah?
I don't think that means anything.
No.
That's the summary of the book?
Correct.
Yeah.
They mentioned dragon and eel
And
And
claw.
claw.
and claw,
And the fight.
demon's
And
death.
the demon.
the demon
Rip
cry,
A lady?
A lady.
A lady, a fet.
a rumor.
A flag?
Ooh.
A flag.
Ooh. This is all about this is the floor.
wind.
This
They
is our version
mentioned
of the
streets,
floor.
like
mentioned
I learned
construction.
the chapter 17 starts with a poem. May I read this?
Yes, please.
Few can see the dark hand holding aloft the splinter, or the notched chains fated to be heard before death's rattle. But hark the wheel of minions and victims who moan the Lord's name in the dark of moonspawn. I saw the word minions and I thought it was funny.
Well, and I
Because imagine
Yeah.
Animander Rake has a bunch of minions.
Danilo, who wrote that?
Banana.
Who wrote that poem, Danilo?
That was written by Outrider Hurlickel. It's titled
Silver
Silver Fox.
Who's
That's
Silver
interesting.
Fox? Huh.
I know Ted Danson's to be one.
You say Ted Danson's like attorneys general?
It's Ted
You're
Danson.
Ted's Danson. You're
That's not Ted
Ted's
Danson.
He's doing the hustle.
what?
Ted's dancing.
Oh,
He's doing the
a guy
hustle.
named Ted. He's doing the hustle.
Cheers is.
Cheers.
Cheers. Because so minions pick famously the most evil person in the world to be like who they follow. So who in Gardens of the Moon would they follow?
Shadowthorn.
Shadowthorn,
Probably.
No, I don't know.
not Empress Cicelyne or the Talani Mas? Do you think? What if the Talani Mas had a bunch of minions?
I think the Jagged Tyrant comes out and there's a bunch of minions behind him. Jagged!
Banana.
Oh,
Bob and Kevin and the rest.
Do you think
That'd
that
be so
Tlanimas
funny.
would be forced to slaughter DreamWorks' minions?
They're indestructible.
They are.
can't
They
die.
can't die.
Slaughter.
They're literally perfect minions because they're
They
immortal.
are the Talanimas of the
They
the
sold
Disney
their
World.
soul to
They
the
live
empire.
for forever.
All right, so what's there to talk about, Danilo?
Rallick
Oh,
talks to an agent from the Eel who says Lady Simtal has hired the Assassin's Guild to kill Cole whenever he gets back to town.
Oh.
And the kicker,
oh shit!
it's Rallick's boss, Ocelot.
So here's the thought that I just had. When Whiskeyjack is being moody and when Adric Lorne is being moody, I'm like, this is awesome. But when Rallick is being
I
moody,
agree.
I'm like, shut up.
I
like,
agree.
you have no reason. So, like, why is that? Why do I not care
don't know.
about
Because we don't
him?
get enough about Rallick as a human being outside of the fact that he's the rogue in their D&D party. And we get so much more information about the rest of them, I think.
I mean, I like when Rallick
I
is moody, so
disagree.
I will sit
We
out of
don't
this
have that
conversation.
much. We don't have that much information about. I think you guys are really biased because you've read other books that I think probably feature Whiskeyjack. But like,
Well, she likes Whiskeyjack
I like
a lot.
Whiskeyjack.
It hasn't read any of the other
well,
But
ones.
I
I just
think
think we
Rallick
don't
Nom is
have
a
that much.
baby.
I have more information and context about Rallick than I do
That
Whiskeyjack.
just isn't true.
I
I
don't think that's
disagree.
true.
I think
You
I
know
know.
way more about Whiskeyjack and what
I've
he's been up
spent.
to than Rallick
I feel
Nom.
like I spent a lot more time with Rallick and his gang.
But
of
all you know about
boys.
Rallick Nom is that he's an assassin.
And he's sort of moody.
When he's being moody, how do you?
But
are you
he
like, oh,
he's with the
stop.
guy. Like I feel like I know him in terms of like his friendship and like with his protectiveness over Younghand and like he
he's
had
trying
talked
to do the
about
right
like
thing for Cole.
yeah, and he wants to help his friend get his title back, and like he's making these plans with Murillo, and like I think I've spent a lot more time with him than Whiskeyjack, and I didn't even know Whiskeyjack's full plan until like just recently and what was going on with that.
So is that all to say you're fine when Rallick is moody? You like reading that? Or do you not like when anyone's moody?
You know, I don't think I was incredibly annoyed by it. I think I was more annoyed by the fact that he was separate from the group for like this whole part of the book. But I wouldn't
For seemingly
say,
no reason. I don't know.
yeah, see, I thought that was, I'm like, he's just kind of off doing his own thing, which is, it ends up working out that he was
yeah,
there.
to
but
advance their plan that we
Yeah,
don't really know the
that would-
details of. He's
Well,
like,
but
I
it's
can't
just like-
leave. I'm doing something. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
How old is he?
I think he's probably like 30.
30s? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It's just like it grates me. Great. Is that the word? It's like
Great. Yeah.
I just think I don't like any of these people really because they are too archetypal for me to
Oh,
Yeah.
care
interesting.
about them.
yeah.
And there's too many people given things that are sort of like this.
Yeah.
Hmm.
These, like, you don't see characters like the bridge burners in every fantasy novel. You do see these people in every fantasy
And
novel. And I'm
assassins
sick of
who's
these
like-
people.
maybe that's part of it too,
It
is you
certainly
guys
could
read
be.
a lot more fantasy novels than I do. So I'm
Yeah.
not like introduced to this archetype that
Yeah.
frequently.
Yeah.
Where
Every
Whiskey Jack,
show,
I'm like, okay.
every
Yeah.
show, every D&D party has an assassin who's sort of like, I'm
It's
dark
so
and brooding,
hard.
and I'm
But it's
sort
like,
of
get
a
over
monster.
yourself a
I'm sort
little
of a
bit.
monster, but also like I want to kill for what's right.
Also, we never see him do anything monstrous.
Yeah, and so it's
I
like
just like
he
I
just is
don't.
protecting his friends, looking out for his friends, and then he's like, "I'm so
Yeah,
bad and
I
evil." It's
know.
like, can you just
Are you?
stop?
It
Can you
seems like you're a
like
pretty
be
good guy.
normal about your life?
When I understand that, like, he's lived an entire life we haven't read, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying I want him to be like, "Hey, remember this time I did this fucked up thing?" But we don't see. I feel like we get a much better picture of the trauma Whiskeyjack has gone through than we do this guy.
You
and
sort
it's
of see-
justified.
Because he says like Whiskeyjack, like that whole section where he's like, I'm like just him saying I am like an island in a sea of slaughter, and I'm worried I'm going to be taken under the waves, gives us so much more information about his psyche than we get from these characters. The only one Steven Erikson seems dead set on giving us information about is Krupp, and I just
But anyways,
Well, and I was going to say, Rallick feels like, we meet him mid-crisis rather than Whiskeyjack. We sort of see the onset of that after Pale, for as like weird
the
and
first time
messy
we
as
meet
it
Whiskeyjack,
is.
he's
yeah.
like cool guy general.
but
like, on
even
the
then,
top
he's
of the-
like a little bit.
he's
I don't
becoming
know.
jaded.
I think it's just like
Yeah.
character stuff is spread too thin and like
This book is too long.
and then like
Agreed.
thing like it has to be fewer people with fewer things.
Yeah.
And you like
going
didn't
on.
need him to have this because we get it from other places.
Yeah,
like I get
exactly.
the tortured man from other people. I don't need it from Rallick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That being said, I love Rallick Nom, so suck it.
That's a huge bummer.
But I
his
also
fight
understand
scene,
your point. It's
hi-
valid.
His fight scene was one of the few where I was like, "Ooh, this is kind of fun to
With
see
across,
his
across the roof.
skill." Yeah, this upcoming, like, it was alluded that he's quite good, and it's fun that he's
Yeah,
able to.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, you do actually see it.
Yeah,
And I agree with that point, Shelley.
Well, he also gets, Rallick Nom's famous thing here.
yeah, and he
Dusts
also
himself
gets his
with
famous
cultural
thing.
powder.
Rallick Nom's famous dust.
But
I'm not depressed anymore.
A little powdered courage.
Animander Rake and Baruch have another one of their fireside chats, and Baruch is like, "She's gonna level the city," and Animander Rake is like, "Don't even worry about it. I got it. I'm gonna make sure it's not leveled, and the Malazans don't get it." And Baruch is like, why are you doing this? And Animander Rake is like, so my people are horribly depressed and have no meaning. So we have to find causes throughout your world to like attach ourselves to, or we will lose ourselves to despair. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Oh, who's that guy sleeping there? Oh, that's Crokus's uncle. He's in a coma.
The elf thing is pulling from like Tolkien's elves, which is Tolkien's elves are immortal unless they lose the will to live, and then they can die.
Oh, interesting.
Or, like stabbed in the head with a sword. But but in Tolkien's Legendarium, that's just the elves just reach a point where they want to die and then they die. And in this, all of the elves have reached that point and are fighting against the urge by like seeking out conflicts and helping.
Oh.
So that's
Okay.
Well, and it's like, I really think it's wonderful that they're fighting for good. Like they're fighting for justice and like they're fighting for freedom. And it's like, what else is going to give you purpose in a world that's so fucked up? But fighting for freedom and purpose. And
a question becomes, is it enough for them?
He did have this
Interesting.
really
Guess we'll
great
find out.
line at one point too about like, fear isn't strong enough for me, but duty.
yeah. Oh,
is
I have it
really
right here,
quite
Shelby.
strong.
I'll read it for you. And he's like, first Baruch calls him son of darkness, and Rake scowled. That title is held by those fools who think me worthy of worship. I dislike it, Baruch, and would not hear it from you again. Does fear hold me in check? No. As powerful as fear is, it is no match for what compels me. Duty.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome. He also says, he says something about betraying, and Rake is like, we don't betray each other, or we don't. Oh, Baruch is like, how do I know you're not going to betray me? And Rake is like, well, no upstanding leader. If the people at the top are betraying each other, then the whole thing falls apart. And like, if I betrayed you, then I would not be the Lord of Moonspawn anymore. And Baruch is like, what? Who could challenge you? And he's like, Caladan Brood would kill me. And you're like, what? When we saw Caladan Brood, he was like goofing off with a crow. And
an old loser.
An old weird loser. And he says Solana, the dweller within Moon's caverns, would exact her judgment on me. So
Lots of
we know that to be a dragon.
standards. He's got high standards for himself.
He does. He does. As all great men should.
Yeah, which is nice to hear, I guess. A little different than Adjunct Lauren, I'd say.
December fend.
Much different.
Yeah.
Much different.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, and by the way, let me so you were here to help me with something. I was supposed to learn about how to defeat this thing, right?" And then they go to the uncle and they're like, and then he decided that, he took this really literally and he went into this realm.
Just the stupidest
He's supposed
thing.
to be the smart
Uncle
guy who
Mammoth's
knows
a
all of
doofus.
the information. Like he's written books upon books about all of this.
I gotta go see this
history?
barrow.
Well, Rake is like, he didn't like do his mind palace to just walk in there, did he? And he's like, no, that's exactly what he did. And Rake is like, how good is he at this one type of magic or whatever? And Baruch is like, he's a high priest. And he's like, oh, okay, cool. So the jagged tyrant is going to take over his body and we're all doomed.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cool.
But
Thanks, Uncle Mammoth.
Oh
The
man.
image
I hope
is
somebody's
so
taking care of your
funny,
monkey.
though. The image is so funny because they're having this really serious conversation, and then in the table behind them, there's just this man asleep. And he's just asleep. And they go, "Is he fucking sleeping over there?"
Yeah, his mind's been abducted by a jagged tyrant.
And you're right, Mac. That's the same guy with the flying monkey.
That's the fucking guy. Also, the guy who's written all the books on the fucking tyrant. Like, oh my god.
So hilarious.
He had to see it.
Hey, I gotta see that. I'm gonna come
I've written
back.
fanfic about this tyrant.
Curiosity killed
I have to
the
see
cat.
a man about a tyrant.
Yeah, literally.
So now everyone comes back to Drujistan. Crokus and Apsalar get to Drujistan, and immediately Mies and Arilta, who run the Phoenix Inn, are like, okay, so everyone thinks you killed the guard at the Darl estate, so you have to hide in the attic. And so they hide in the attic. They're not happy about it. Perrin comes back with Cole. Cole is he keeps bleeding out. He just says, take me to the Phoenix Inn. They get through the gate. One of the guardsmen recognizes Cole and lets him in.
I think we're
because of the sword.
skipping some important
Oh, really?
stuff
What am
here.
I skipping? What
Well,
am I
no,
skipping?
that happens, and then he spies
First,
the movement in the tower.
there's
Oh,
the
yeah,
whole
it,
thing
like,
with the circle
alternates.
breaker and all of this like spy stuff that's going on.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What did
Circle
you
Breaker shows
guys?
up
Circle
again.
Breaker shows up and is like, I've messaged from the eel, and then he's just running errands for the eel.
And we know who that is.
The eel?
Yeah, we
think
pretty
we've
much
got a
we pretty much
good
find
idea.
out in like the next chapter.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways.
I know.
Anyway.
I know.
Murillo says it out loud. He almost turns to camera and he's like, and if you haven't figured it out, Krup's the eel. It's really like, okay.
Or was it, someone, Mies is like, where are you going? And Murillo's like, I'm going to go see if Krup's the eel.
Anyway, so that was fun. So there's this whole little spy thing that they just decide to throw in with the old woman who's got her pipe and then she taps it over
Like
against her
outside
shoes
the-
and then
Scraping his
Circle
foot
Breaker
on the-
scrapes the
All this
sword on the
stuff,
thing and you're
it's in the
this
pile
is
of
the convoluted. You're like,
who's this and who are they talking to and who cares? It doesn't matter.
and then we go back to sorry.
Well, we got to talk about the.
Rallick rubs his dust.
Oh, wait, no. The sorry thing is first. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
I'm just
Well,
looking at the
Apsalar.
pages of the book. Sorry, Apsalar. So Apsalar, which I don't care for that name very much, but I'm
Oh boy.
gonna
You
keep
should
going.
probably get
I'm
used to it,
sorry.
though.
No, you can't do that. You have to call her Apsalar. I'm sorry to say.
It's easier if you start now.
Okay, Absalasa.
What?
And that's easier.
You refuse to follow names that people want for themselves, huh?
I need a good nickname. It sticks in my head if I've got a good nickname.
Apsalar.
Lassie.
See, sorry, you go ahead.
Crocus and Apsalar are in the attic. They're like, oh no, they don't leave yet, do they?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
They're
so
asleep.
This is Murillo is like, I'm gonna go see a Krupp about an eel, and then Rallick has learns at the beginning of this chapter that the hit has been taken out on Cole,
And it's Ocelot.
He's like, well, shit, Ocelot's like the mage, and Rallick doesn't use any magic, but he's like, oh wait, I have this Otaterol powder. Well,
That Krupp gave me a while ago.
yeah, he's like, I have this orange magic powder, but the other orange magic thing we saw has been Otaterol. So we're like, okay, it's an Otaterol powder. And Krupp says, whatever you do, don't get it in your skin. And Rallick is like, whatever, and just like rubs it all
Right
in
on
his
his skin.
And then he's crawling up Cruel's belfry again. Another
Yep.
battle on
We're
Cruel's
back.
belfry.
He began his ascent. Every time they say that, I go, is that guy going to become an ascendant? Even though they say it a lot about other different people, but
I mean,
they say it a lot. Like he began his ascent. I'm like, any of these people could
Because
become
they're climbing stuff.
exactly, and they could also become something else.
That's true.
But I don't know.
I thought Mammoth gave him the special powder.
I think it was Baruch actually.
It was Baruch. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Baruch.
One of the three sort of interchangeable
Interchangeable.
magic men in this book.
For doing a good deed, he got a special powder.
Well, and Rallick is so stupid.
For doing a good deed.
They're like, don't do it. It changes you and you don't know how. And he's like, I'll put this all over my face and body and skin.
I think it's kind of his last hurrah. I honestly
I think he
think
thinks he's gonna die.
he's
Yeah,
going to
because
die.
he's like, I'm either going to kill Ocelot or I'm going to die. So
Or both.
And
I
you
will
know
kill
what?
Ocelot
Oh, yeah.
and he'll wound me
I'm
forever.
glad he did because I think it's what saved
I
his life. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
I
would
think
think
it
so.
was a smart move.
Mhm.
If it was my last hurrah, I think I'd rub it on myself too.
That's the end of chapter 17. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Chapter 18 begins with the big friendship hangout. Whiskeyjack, they're like, well, okay, well, we got to try to talk to the assassins again.
And you're like, oh my God.
Stop, give up,
Give
boys.
it a rest.
Quick Ben, there's like, where's that recruit of yours? Sorry. And Quick Ben's like, I can't find. Sorry, she's gone. And then they're like, okay, that
She's
means,
dead.
probably means she's dead, which is not wrong.
Yep.
Sorry, I guess you could say is dead.
And everyone has a friend intervention for Whiskeyjack where
Yeah.
they're like, just because we had a possessed girl in our squad doesn't mean you can't be our friends, Whiskeyjack. Let us in. And Whiskeyjack says, okay.
because he can't keep pushing them away or else he's going to go crazy, which the whole book he has spent slowly descending into madness and going
Because
crazy.
he can't admit they're his
I think they
friends
all
because
do.
then if they die, it hurts more.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fiddler's like, when you take away everybody else's humanity, you take away your own. Like when you don't let yourself feel these things, like you become less of a person and we become less of people to you. So knock it off already, dude.
And he's like, okay, you got me. You got
Well, and
me,
then
boys.
he's like, get ready, everybody, wake up and let's get going.
Yeah,
and he
sweet.
like goes back to being a
Fiddler
sergeant.
has this wonderful little speech that he gives. It's like this, Sergeant. We've seen a lot of our friends die, right? And maybe we didn't have to give the orders, so maybe you think it's easier for us. But I don't think so. You see, to us, those people were living, breathing. They were friends. When they die, it hurts. But you go around telling yourself that the only way to keep from going mad is to take all that away from them so you don't have to think about it, so you don't have to feel anything when they die. But damn, when you take away everybody else's humanity, you take away your own. And that'll drive you mad as sure as anything. It's that hurt we feel that makes us keep going, Sergeant. And maybe we're not getting anywhere, but at least we're not running away from anything. I'll be damned! You got a brain in there after all! I guess I've been wrong about you all these years.
It's very nice.
And
it's like
another
that-
thesis statement of the book. I
It's
think.
that stuff that makes Whiskeyjack's torturedness not annoying to me. Because it's like he is part of this failing machine and he knows that it's failing, but yet he's given his whole life to it, right? And so he has so much conflict about what he's done and who he is and the choices he's made, blah, 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 blah. That's compared to Rallick
Rallick
Nom.
Nom talks to no one.
Talks to no one.
Who's
and
he
he
going to
does
talk about this corrupt?
And it, like he does, you are not a part of this in the way that other people are. And so I just sort of need you to get over yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just really like that. I like Fiddler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. That's a
I'm
great
glad you
section.
said that.
Good.
I'm really glad you said that.
I agree, Shelby.
He's got good instincts.
This is when Cole and Perrin show up at the gate.
Mhm. The guard recognizes Cole, which I think is luck
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, so true.
because that gets them through faster and they go to the Phoenix Inn.
Cole's
Perrin
got a
looks
lot
up
of
and he
luck on
sees
his
a
side.
flash of movement in the belfry. And it's funny because it like cuts the next time we see Perrin, he's still looking at the belfry and they like looks away. So it's funny that he went, all right. And he doesn't know that he almost died. I like that. Rallick gets up there. He climbs the belfry. He doesn't see anybody. He's like, oh shit. And then he's like, oh wait, but he can turn invisible. And he gets up there and like Asa like farts or something. I don't really know how he sees the invisible guy, but I think he's like shimmering. It's like a video game.
Or he's like
It's his
about
magic
about
thing.
to take the shot, so he
So he
like
moves.
drops it or something. Yeah. Which
And-
like you're on top of a belfry. I don't know if you have to be invisible.
I don't know.
Like,
I think it was
who's
his
above you
magic
looking
powder
down?
made
Yeah.
it
But-
so that he could see
I mean,
him.
that's also probably what happened.
It was his magic powder,
He
I'm
got
pretty
in
sure.
Ototaro range.
he goes to like dive on him and stab him, but he can't get there fast enough because he's so tired from climbing up the belfry. He does like bring his knife down and it just like skirts right off his armor, and he's like, oh, that's right, because I told Ocelot that that's how I would manage to survive the arrow from the elves. And then he stabs him in the fucking head. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, wait, you don't have armor on your head.
I was a little bit surprised by the violence of this moment.
But he
You were-
buries a dagger in his head.
You were surprised when the two assassins fought each other about the violence?
No, I didn't expect him to stab him in the face. Like it was really, I was like, whoa.
I felt surprised when Sari did that to Chert. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, damn. Like straight through the eye? Okay.
Yeah, it's fucked
That's
up.
the second eye stabbing of this
Yeah.
book.
That is where the brain is.
And I guess they don't
No,
have guns.
no.
So maybe
But
that's
like
most
you've said, there
effective.
isn't a lot of fighting in this book. Like there's not a lot of gory war scenes, and then there's like this gory
There's a
fight
lot
scene.
of death, but
Yeah.
I would just mentally steel yourself for a lot of that to come.
Oh, great.
great. I
was-
hear
I
that
was
there's
thinking,
some
'cause we
really
talked about,
horrendous scenes
like
coming up
that
in later
scene
books.
in Assassins, like that action scene. I think you take that out of the book, there's almost no fighting in
yeah,
this
there's
book.
not.
There's not even a
really.
big fighting scene. Like what
Well,
Cole
and, like-
skirmishes with Lauren, and then this, and then
There's
Then what?
there's the warehouse one.
well, I'm saying
with
you
the
take if you
invisible.
take that out
You
of
have
it,
Pale,
I suppose.
but Pale
Yeah.
is not
But
like
that's
a
like a
sword
prologue.
fight.
It's
It's
like
just
the
like
worst
stuff's
It's,
fight
blown
in the
up.
it's
whole book.
interesting. Yeah.
And like the fight with Quickben in the last section with like the demon and all that, that's like magic fighting. There's not like blood gushing from your head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd get used to that if I were you.
The
All right.
puppet
Yeah.
tries to fight Perrin, but that doesn't really happen.
He gets
He
stabbed
gets
dog.
eaten by
Stab
a
him.
dog.
And that's no blood because puppets
Puppet.
don't have blood.
Because folks, puppets don't have blood. And
It's just
thank
a lot of
God.
massacre, really. That's like main of and then you hear about it. You kind of see a bunch of dead bodies when you walk through towns, but that's about.
That's true. They see a bunch of dead bodies. The wolves ate people, but we
Yeah.
don't really see the action happen so much in this book.
And also, in the meantime of all this, a Taistendi assassin, Sarat, is keeping an eye, trying to kill Crokus, and she keeps getting pranked.
Yeah, she does keep getting
She's like, I
pranked.
gotta keep an eye on this, and then she wakes up from a nap like 4 hours later, and says like, what the hell?
This is another one of these, like, why did you
Yeah,
even
this
need to
is like
include
what-
this character? This doesn't need to be in here. Like, we get it. She's not going to get them for a little bit.
And someone is doing something, and it's Krupp, right?
No, it's Opon.
It's Opon.
Oh, it's
the
Opon.
coin, yeah.
Okay.
Because there's literally an invisible hand that pushes her away at one
I
point.
thought it was Krupp did like some
No,
crazy
that's
wards or
because
something.
she's literally right by the coin bearer, and
Yeah.
Opon is like, and he's got the coin in his pocket.
Yeah,
so
but
Yeah.
I
She tries
agree.
to
I
jump
and
agree,
she gets-
Shelby. This is one of those things where it's like, I know she's not going to get him.
like,
so
why
like, we
do
don't need
have
this.
little section.
Yeah, we don't need it.
of her falling
there
asleep.
is a little too much. Someone's got to get the coin bearer for reasons.
Yeah, it's like,
and
I got it.
And Crokus, they're not going to get him.
Yeah,
I
You
did
just
like,
know it.
I'm
So
good.
it's sort of like, what's the point?
I did want to say, if I'm going to backtrack for 1 second, back to the fight on the roof with Rallick. There was a moment, like, there are characters who have kind of disappeared or died, but most of the time I think, main crew has been fine
Yeah.
and made it. But he was pretty brutally injured. I thought he died on the roof.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does get pretty brutally injured, and
Like,
then he shows up
his-
covered in blood.
Yeah. So the whole thing, I was like, oh my God, he's gone.
But he's
Like, it's
fine.
official.
Yeah.
So I thought that was going to be like our first big death thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was funny. It was funny to go from that, like, okay, I think we've officially lost one of the guys in the little Phoenix party, to this gal who falls asleep, like, who's, you're like, okay.
Phoenix
Whatever.
Party, they keep dying and coming back to
And then
life.
Rallick is fine.
yeah. Yeah, he does come back okay.
And he's healing. And Otadorol heals people,
I guess if you rub it into your skin.
we might just have to put that into a Gardens of the Moon box.
Yeah.
I thought it was Opon.
No, it's the Otadorol.
It's the Otadorol.
that healed him.
Well, because he got attacked with
wonder-
a magic
That
blade.
was a magic dagger. That's what it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he's covered with anti-magic.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he didn't put it on his
Oh.
armor. He put it on his skin, and the blade sunk into his skin.
So this part, when Perrin gets to the Phoenix Inn with Cole, and it's like, hey, I need a healer. And Perrin puts his sword in the thing, and he's like, I got to break it, but I'm just going to give it a second. And then Kalam walks in, sees Perrin, is like, hold on. Is that how I think it is? And he's like, Perrin. And Kalam then Perrin turns over, is like, who are you? And then this was all, I'm like, what do you mean, who are you? I never put together that they didn't meet earlier on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And then,
Only
let
met
me go get
fucking
Whiskeyjack,
Picker
and then
the other guy.
Yeah.
Whisker with like Kalam's like, let me go get Whiskeyjack. And then Perrin's like, a grizzled man walked in. And Perrin's like, who's that? It's like, it's me, Whiskeyjack. I'm like, what?
Well, he says, I
'Cause he
like
died
what he says to
immediately.
Clem is like, do you have a healer? Like, get me a healer now. And Clem is like, yes, Captain. And then Clem's
Oh
like,
yeah,
whoa,
What?
I don't even know this guy. And he just he bossed up, man.
it's
He
crazy.
bossed. That's what happens when your brain dies and you wake back up.
That's
You
true.
fall off.
You
Yeah,
go
he
a little
didn't-
bit crazy
and he
and
never see
boss
them,
up.
but they healed him.
Yeah, Cole's one lucky little guy. I will say it's also very funny that the surgeon's like, I didn't do anything. And then
You don't have to pay
Mallet,
me.
is it Malice the healer?
Yeah,
He comes in
Mallet.
and he's like, who the hell stuck all these herbs in this fucking
yeah.
wound?
Like, oh my god, it's rotting.
Yeah.
No, it's a bunch of herbs.
Who put a bunch of
He's gonna be
herbs in
fine.
here?
And who put the herbs?
The surgeon did, I would imagine.
No,
was it
I
like
think it was.
sabotage?
It was like
During
Murillo or Krupp
I
or
think
something.
it was when he was injured. They
Oh, on
like
the
shoved a
campsite?
bunch of shit in
Yeah.
his leg.
Oh, that's so
I'm
Cole
ridiculous.
may
pretty
have done it
sure they
himself.
did. I think they shoved things. No, I think it was like one of the other guys were like, I shoved
But there was
some
just
stuff in
Cole
there.
and Crokus there.
I think it was when they were waking up because they're like, yeah, we helped him out, and then we left because they like left him for a few days. So they
But
like,
his wound keeps opening and bleeding. I thought the surgeon did it.
I think it
No,
was.
I thought it was from before, from when he was
It was before.
field dressed it by putting stuff in
yeah,
there.
What a
some
goof- what
one
a
of the
goof, yeah.
guys put a bunch of herbs in his leg, and I was like, that's
What a
hilarious.
goof.
So that was kind of fun.
So now we get a huge reveal where Perrin is like, I think the Empress is trying to kill you. And Whiskeyjack is like, okay, time to bring everyone up to speed.
Get my backpack.
We used
On
to,
the map.
we
on the
used
map,
to use
on the
these
map.
all the time. And he takes out a bone
Phone.
dagger.
Bone phone.
The bone
people.
phone.
Hit that. Hit that.
the bone phone.
It's the bone.
Whiskeyjack
phone.
stabs the crazy knife. It's like a they said they found it in a Kachin Chamal barrow.
They have to
And they're
stop
like-
saying that.
They're not going to.
They're not going to. They have, which I guess the Kachin Chamal had like TV, so you can
This was
do a
funniest-
phone call.
This was the funniest phone call I've
I
ever.
They just
I
do a
was
phone
like,
call.
oh my god.
Well, and I have to say, Kachin Shamal is my favorite word from this book to say out loud. It's really satisfying.
it's
to say.
just
Jamal.
so. I was like, they were drunk when they wrote that one.
Yeah.
That is so silly.
Well, it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is.
It's crazier.
Sounds like a sneeze.
It's crazy that
when
the,
we find
the,
out what that is.
the phone is a bone.
Just wait till you.
I just want everybody to know.
I just want you to think that you think the name is crazy. Just wait until you figure out what they are.
Oh boy.
Yes.
So it turns out Whiskeyjack and Dewjack are planning the ultimate quadruple cross or something like that, which Lacine is gonna dismantle Dewjack's army, but that Dewjack knows that means that like they'll be sort of like free agents, so they'll be able to go down south and deal with someone called the Panian Seer.
And this is the second
So-
time I think the seer is referenced, but they had mentioned that like shit is gonna happen.
they
Bad
mentioned that like
shit's
a
coming up.
holy genocide was started
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
South.
This is they're like, this problem is small now compared to what's gonna happen in the next book.
Yeah.
It's,
well,
it's
third
bigger
book,
than
but
the
yeah.
it's
Third
bigger,
book.
It's bigger
Oh
than the
my
Empire.
god, we have to wait till the third book for the
Yeah.
seer.
It's bigger than the Empire.
Oh,
Yeah, the second book is about a different adventure.
I did read that and I was like, oh, okay. I
There's
thought back
a
to,
reason for that, which
I
is
thought
kind of
back
funny.
to
Which we'll find
Akatar
out.
when they're like, if you've followed along with the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, where it's not till like the second book they're like, but this gal was actually just a distraction because the real bad guy is going to be in the next book. And I was like, this is
Okay,
that
yeah.
moment for this book.
Well, I will say there's the Empress is still like big bad guy. It's just like there's something crazy happening, and if we don't address it, this
It
holy
might
war is
be
going to wipe out the whole.
continent. Yeah.
And the Panian Seer, is that one of these elder races?
No, it's a
It's
Guy.
like
One
a
guy, I'm assuming.
It's
As
a
far as
guy?
we know, it's like a guy.
it's a guy. Yeah.
An
Just some
an
dude?
evil guy.
There's only 4 elder races.
So, but I mean, like, is he a member of one of those
As
races?
far
we don't know.
As we know, he's referred to as a guy,
Okay.
some sort of holy leader.
And he's
And
yeah.
this, I love the rebellion. Okay, I love these two. I think it's so fun that they're like, yeah. So we've been planning a rebellion. I think Perrin is so annoying again. He's like, Tayshrin killed Tattersall, and he's like, I want to get Tayshrin to get what's coming to him. And I'm like, first of all, that's not what happened. You need to chill out.
But it is what happened. He sent Bellarden to kill Tattersall.
But she chose to die her own.
She
way.
wanted to die so
Well,
bad.
and
this
Yeah.
whole
Whiskeyjack is
book.
so like, if you're gonna be part of this,
chill out.
you gotta chill.
Yeah,
with
he's
all
like,
this
can
revenge
you stop?
stuff.
Because you, first of all, don't know what you're talking about. And also, like, I just told you there's a holy war happening and it's going to wipe us all out. So can you just chill?
And Dewjack even says, he's like, all right, Perrin, you technically outrank Whiskeyjack, so what do you want to do? Who do you want to have be in charge? He's like, Whiskeyjack, probably. Whiskeyjack's like, yeah, true.
You're
like,
22.
No, that's him. I feel like that's him learning.
I think so too.
I
Look
agree.
at that.
Shanti.
He
Yeah.
just learned his little place. And
They
you
sort
know
of-
what?
yeah.
He did agree. He's like, you know what? Yeah, I can calm down. I guess. Well, they're like, so we're probably going to not kill Adjunct Lauren unless like we really have to, and you're going to have to be okay with that. And he's like, okay, I'm okay with that. So I do think he like
Yeah.
ceased control.
Well, you do also learn that Seven Cities is on the cusp of rebellion once again.
Itself, yeah.
I
Yep.
know.
No.
Yep.
The place that's always on the cusp of rebellion is even closer to the cusp of rebellion.
No.
The Seven Cities.
The Seven Cities, yeah.
What
I'm
is going to
excited.
happen?
Do we get to go there ever?
That's the next.
probably.
I can't imagine. Probably not.
Probably.
No, we don't go there.
That's not where Quickben and Kalam are from. Certainly not.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. They are from there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm really excited to go there.
Are you?
It's,
I'm glad to hear
Are
that.
you?
I've
dry.
heard some exciting things. You like Seven Cities and you like Fiddler. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far.
I do
about-
like
boy.
Fiddler. I agree, Shelby.
Do you
I
like
like
be- do you like
Fiddler.
being
Am
thirsty?
I pumped about learning 30,000
No.
Do you like
names
feeling dry?
No.
Cool, because you're also going to get that.
now? It's going to be the desert.
Now we go back to Tool and Lorne in the barrow, and Lorne has sort of a end of the Indiana Jones 3 moment. For some reason, where there's the Jagged keeps his power into a thing called a finest, and the plan is for Lorne to take this finest and take it to Drujistan so the tyrant follows it and tries to find it and then wreaks havoc and whatever. And there's a bunch of shit.
Yeah, it's full of garbage.
Just garbage.
Because isn't it its powers? Like the finesse is where its powers are stored?
Yeah, like it's full powers.
That's full of powers.
Yeah.
Chock
Yeah.
full.
Well, this acorn is chock full of
This
powers.
part was like
And so
another
then it
one of
is an
those.
acorn.
What is going on?
She looks and it's like a candelabra and like a mirror and like a. She's like, what's this acorn? It's this.
And Tool's
Okay.
like, all right, I trust
It was
you.
like it was a ball of ice, but then it melted in her hand or something.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it was
Yeah.
an acorn.
To turn
Because
into an
Jagged,
acorn.
if you see ice, you think Jagged.
Yeah.
Because the Jagged Warren, Amtos Falak, is ice.
I didn't know that. Did
Yep.
I know that?
Yeah.
It mentions it a lot, but
I
also there's a
forget.
lot of Elder Warrens that
I
you're.
forget things.
If you see, like, Talan Amas, it's the Warren of Talan, fire.
Wait, really?
Why?
I
Why
don't
did
think
I
I
know
knew
this?
that.
There's like, when
Wait, what did you
Tool
just
does
say?
this thing,
They're elemental?
sort of,
What'd you just say?
Who
like
has
the Warren
earth
of
and
Talan
water?
is associated with fire.
Yeah, the Elder Warrens are like
Air.
It's like the birth of fire, Talan,
Oh, I guess they did say
The
like
Fire Nation.
life is fire, fire is
Yeah.
life.
Jagged, Amtos
Ice.
Falak is ice.
Okay, so who's water and earth? Could change them all as earth, I bet.
Actually, I don't know what the other.
I
I think the Elder races do have Warrens, but it's not as clear as Talan. If you see ice, it means Jagged,
yeah.
basically.
Okay.
The other Elder races are interesting.
Teist and D have Carl Galen.
These are too many
Dark.
words, you
The
guys.
Teist de Dur, the Teist Leosian.
Yeah, there's
Okay,
a bunch
we'll
of
read
just
all
listen
those.
to the things you said.
Yep.
What?
Who's the last one? If could change them all, which I've just decided is earth. What's the last one?
folk roll a sail.
They're air. Great.
Okay.
That's what
Great.
we got, Shelby.
That's what we got.
And together, the
And it makes
Avatar
sense.
shall
Yeah.
return.
Well, because the Talani Moss, they were the Fire Nation. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Yes.
That's them.
Yes,
all
it
the Jagged
makes
died when the
sense.
Talana Moss attacked.
They were the Air
Yeah.
Nation. They had them
Literally.
in the air.
Yes, they get an acorn.
They get an acorn.
The
The
bring
biggest
it to the city.
cliffhanger
that was
ever.
the climax of the book,
The
mind
cliff-
you.
the
It's like that
cliffhanger-
squirrel from Ice
Ice
Age.
Age. Oh my God. Adrian Corn is Scrat.
Yeah.
She's trapped in an endless cycle of searching, and
It
she never
really-
will attain her
know,
goal.
If I were to pick a character from that movie for her, it probably would
It
be
probably
that
would
fucking
be
squirrel.
And who would be the guy with the eyes, the sloth? What's the sloth?
Oh, he's
name?
the best character.
What's his name?
Starts with an S.
Sid.
Who would be
Sid.
Sid? I would think Crokus is
Cro-
Sid.
Sid
Crop,
is-
crop.
Crumpet, no.
I feel like Sid is a Jagged.
Maybe Young Hand.
Yeah, Crocus.
It's
might
got to be a dumb
Sid.
boy.
And who's the big mammoth? Who's Ray Romano?
That's Whiskeyjack.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Whiskeyjack.
He's the mammoth.
I guess some other stuff happens. So we learn Krupp is the eel, clearly.
Period.
Crocus and
Crokus and Apsalar leave their attic.
yeah.
Any word from the eel? We'll keep the lad here for now. And the girl the same. I'm trying to find the sentence where it's
So
very
now that we know the
obvious.
Krupp is an eel, I think it's funny. One of the first times Krupp is mentioned in the book, they call him a slippery one.
Oh,
Oh, I guess that's a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
That's
that.
fun.
Exit Tool maybe because Lauren goes to Jerusalem
yeah.
and Tool was like, all right, I'm leaving. So
I'm going to watch it come out and then
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yep.
and all this time, Crokus and
Apsalar.
You're gonna have to say that 10 times for me. I'm
That's
so
right.
used to saying sorry.
Apsalar.
Crokus and
Apsalar,
Apsalar are hiding with their protectors in the attic of the Phoenix Inn.
Yep. And then they leave, and then they go to Cruel's Belfry, and they find another body on top of Cruel's
Now
Belfry.
this is huge
Oh, yeah.
because they're like, okay, so they go there, and Apsalar's like, I can see writings on the wall. There's stories here,
Oh, yeah.
and Crokus is like, you can't see your hand in front of you. And also, clearly, there was another sacrifice on the. So, like,
Yep.
Cruel is about to become kind of a big thing in this.
I don't
And
know.
Apsalar might have night vision.
Yep, maybe.
That's
Oh.
awesome. If she has night vision, I'm actually so pumped for that.
Crocus sees winged creatures crawling over Moonspawn, and
Yeah.
it's not.
I'd assume it's
And then
dragons.
he like blinks and they're gone.
Yep. Apsalar tells him
Well,
about.
because he was being like an ass. And
Yeah.
she's
Yeah,
like,
well, she's
look
like-
at the moon. And he's like, which moon?
Yeah.
Well, what if I want to run?
Be an ass the whole time.
What if I think of a moon in my head and look at that one?
What if I spin a moon in my head?
Well, and I guess maybe you already said this, but more a detail. Perrin is like, okay, so you're going to use Darujistan to stage all of these soldiers. that are part of Dujak's army, like in your rebellion. You're like, oh, we need a place for them. And he's like, so Darujistan's going to be conquered after all. Fancy that. Ha, ha, ha. Because, like, Dujak is going to come in and bring peace and order or whatever because, you know, the city's going to be in shambles after all this.
Because they did plant mines.
They did. And he's like, yeah, I mean, that's partially true, but you're forgetting something, you jerk. And they're like, we have to take it over pretty much because there's this big thing happening.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's going to be it's either us or it's the Panion Seer. So it's got to be us.
Because we'll at least do right by them.
We won't be
What
insane.
a fun time
We'll only call the nobility.
to add this other huge villain in
And
the
I'm
book. is,
reading
right towards the
here
end.
the summaries we're doing. It's the Tor, or like now it's the Reactor magazine or whatever. Reread. I'm pretty sure there's like the summaries.
Oh.
The bone phone does not return.
No.
We never see it again.
Oh, how convenient.
'Cause I think
Only
it-
one bone
I
phone
think-
call.
I think if everyone can instantaneously communicate, I think
That
a lot
was a
of things
cop-out
don't
device
happen.
where I was like, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna
We
put
get
that in our
to-
Gardens of the Moon box.
We
Well,
get
it's like
to
the
add
time
a
turner in Harry
phone.
Potter.
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, wait a minute. I just invented time travel. Let me just back that up real
I just
quick.
invented the bone phone.
Fellows, did you ever invent the bone phone?
Every night, baby.
And you have to retcon that pretty quickly.
So
hang on, just one thing. I like at the very end of the chapter, Apsalar asks Crokus if he sees the oceans.
this is what I was literally about to
nice.
say.
Okay. He says, do you see its oceans? Apsalar asked. What? He turned. It's oceans. Gralin Sea. That's the big one. The lord of the deep waters living there is named Gralin. He tends vast, beautiful underwater gardens. Gralin will come down to us one day to our world, and he'll gather his chosen and take them to his world, and we'll live in those gardens warmed by the deep fires, and our children will swim like dolphins, and we'll be happy since there won't be any more wars and no empires and no swords and shields. Oh, Crokus, it'll be wonderful, won't it? Her profile was in silhouette. He stared at her. Of course, he said quietly. Why not? And then that question repeated itself in his head for an entirely different reason. Why not?
That's how we get the title of the book.
Gardens of the Moon!
Oh.
Oh my God, you're
Gardens
so
of the
right.
Moon.
But we never go there.
Well, we don't know.
We-
The fate, there could be a big rocket ship.
Yeah.
How come she goes?
Maybe the Finis is a rocket ship the Jagged will take to the moon.
SpaceX.
What a sentence you just
SpaceX
said.
just IPO'd. Come on, Lauren, we're going to the moon.
They all shrink down so
Jagged
they can
Tyrant, are
fit
you doing all right?
inside the acorn.
Jagged Tyrant, we have a problem.
I'm really excited to see what this tyrant is.
What do you think it is?
Okay, so you've said it's ice. So is it like a snow? Like, is
It's
it
an
like the
abominable
abominable
It's
snowman?
the abominable snowman from Monsters, Inc.
It's like the
And
end
he
of
has snow
Ghostbusters.
cones.
It's like a Stay Puft Marshmallow.
It's have you ever seen the stop motion Rudolph? It's like the abominable snowman in that.
Oh, yeah. It could
Sure.
be.
That one's spooky.
Mush.
Stop motion anything is a little spooky, though, honestly.
Yeah, I guess the Jagged Tyrant could be an abominable snowman. What do you think the significance of the acorn is?
Well, it's like
It's like
a seed.
Yeah.
Things grow from seeds.
Now let me write this down.
Things grow. Yes, write a pen.
Things
So
grow from the
it's a
pens and
seed.
ink.
Things grow from seeds.
and you know
Empires
what
start
seeds
small
needs
and
to grow?
spread like a seed.
So do
turns
gardens.
into
You
So
know
does
what
the moon.
seeds
The moon.
need
So
to grow?
what do we think
Barbecue.
about what do we think? You're thinking barbecue. What do you think about what Apsalar says about the gardens on the moon? And what do you think that all that gobbledygook means?
well,
I think
Yeah,
What
what
do
do
you
you think that
think?
weird, annoying little girl meant?
I think
Who's basically just been alive for 5 seconds.
it's hope. It's like the first time that there's actual hope within this terrible, not very fun to read world, where you're like, oh, that would be nice. This is like maybe the first mention of peace.
Yeah.
or a heaven, because like we have hell and we have this
Yeah.
like hell, and this is where heaven is. And it's also like maybe this isn't true, but a seer touched her and entered her soul a little bit, and like this feels like a vision in a way, or like it's like the Bible of promise of paradise, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because it's like that hope, right, that you said, Shelby, that keeps you going and fighting, blah, 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 whatever.
It definitely feels like a story that like her dad probably told her to go to help her sleep
Yeah.
at night kind
She
of
was a
thing.
fisher girl, so
Yeah.
they have like this ocean.
Yeah, and like
sea
this is
themed
the
thing.
lore in their town, and it's like this
But
is what they teach
isn't
in
she
the
looking
schools.
at the moon and she sees it up there?
Well, I think maybe she projects like, oh, this is,
I think she's
Reminds
saying
me
a
of it.
story that she heard.
yeah.
She doesn't see an ocean.
I don't think she
or
literally
a
sees
garden.
it.
You see its ocean.
Because on our moon, we call them like
It's
seas.
It's like a sea of whatever, but it's
Oh, I
just like
guess
a crater.
I sort of forgot that there's 2 moons. There's also a real moon.
That's what they're talking about.
They're looking
I
at the real moon.
and
They're
you're
not looking
right.
at moon spawn.
And that just sort of clicked for me right now.
Oh, yeah, they're not talking
That's
about
good.
That's
moons.
why
yeah,
he
Okay,
says,
so then
which moon?
I want to change my answer then.
You know,
yeah. Too late, you turn in your test.
I mean, Animander Rake could have some hydroponic gardens on moon spawn,
might. He
growing
might.
tomatoes for his
I gotta
salsa.
say, I seriously thought the whole time after I
Mellow.
I was like, oh, that's beautiful. There's a beautiful pool.
no.
Yeah,
The
she sees a pool. It's Moon Spawn Resort, and there's a really
Is that
cool
an
water
infinity
slide.
pool?
The dragons go
There's
swimming
a
in the
story
pool.
that we're going to have margaritas in the infinity pool.
My dad used to tell me I'm gonna have margaritas in Animander Rake's infinity pool with my new 17-year-old situationship,
No,
and now it's all coming true.
what you said,
Thanks, Dad.
of course, duh. I'm like, oh my god, duh.
I love you.
She's talking about
You are fascinating to me.
what an idiot.
No.
Look
no.
at Animander Rake's pool.
And Crokus is like, why not?
Why can't Animander Rake? No one ever asks why Animander Rake can't have a pool.
I was like, oh, that's beautiful. But it's still beautiful now. It's more beautiful now that it's a real moon.
I think it's a pretty
Um,
haunting note to end the section on, saying like,
Yeah.
yeah, why not? Why? Yeah, of course. Like, we can go there, and then being like, no, why not? Why can't we go there?
Well, and there's something telling that she can say this because, like, she didn't live through what Sari lived through, like the 5 years of horrendous warfare and all the stuff that
I
she's
think it
seen.
will come back to her.
So
though.
she can like none of the other characters can look at the moon and see hope. They're only like being like, oh my god, all my friends are gonna die.
Yeah.
But like she can, because her sort of memory has been altered by being possessed and stuff. So she still has like the innocence of that Fisher girl. So I
Which
like
is, it's nice. You like need
Powerful.
stuff like that because you have people who have been doing this for so long and they're so jaded. And then you have like people on the cusp of their life pretty much. And they're like, it's not all bad,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
It's
There's
very
some
nice.
good in the world. And it's worth fighting for.
Yeah.
Oh,
And hey,
I love Lord of the
there's
Rings.
going to be a party.
and there's going to be a party.
Good thing
Probably
we
with
already
a
figured
pool.
out how they got the tickets to it.
Yeah. Thank God we figured that out.
Maybe the city planner will be at the party.
Fellas, have you ever brought an acorn to a party and hoped Jagged Tyrant was on the guest list? Not me.
Is Jagged Tyrant on that list?
Ah,
sorry.
It's just you.
There's already too many Jagged
It's
Tyrants
J,
in
with
there.
a J, with a J.
Yeah.
Check the J's.
No, Tyrant. Last name Tyrant.
Somebody took my acorns in there, man.
Capital T, capital T.
Come back tomorrow, bro.
Someone brought the acorn in there. Check the acorn check.
Okay.
What's your number?
Well, yeah, what's your tag?
What's your tag for your acorn? Dude, I lost my tag.
I left it in my other barrow, bro.
Can't
It's
believe
probably
this
with
is
all the
happening.
junk that lady and that skeleton were messing with. Is there a lady and a skeleton in there?
And
They
two,
have my acorn, bro.
Is there a lady who was a skeleton?
I gotta take over the world. Oh, I'm so mad.
and that all will happen in the next part of Gardens of the Moon.
The last part.
The very
The
last
very
part, we'll be
end.
done with this book, and then
Wow.
we'll chat about the book as a whole. And yeah, it'll be a ton of fun. So if you like the show, please leave us a review. Tell your friends. Keep reading. This is fun. Yeah. Does anyone else have anything to say?
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
If you're having sex, maybe call somebody like a bone phone, or maybe and tell them to listen to the podcast. They
You
might like it.
butt dial someone on your bone phone?
You used to.
Oh
call
my
me
God,
on
I
the
hate
phone.
butt dialing somebody on my bone phone. Bone phone feels like it feels like a song that would be similar to Monster Mash. What do we think about that? Like
They
a
did
skeleton
the
song.
bone.
I called the
They
bone.
did the bone.
I'm not saying it was
So
a
that's the
parody.
same. I called the bone phone. Ring.
He rang the phone.
He
was
rang
a
the
skeleton
bone. I was working with Kachane Jamal one night,
When my phone rang and it gave me a fright,
and I took away his elbow and I fashioned it well.
and I stabbed it into the table, and then I said, "Swell."
I made a call.
It was a bone phone call. bone phone call.
I called Dujek and he only had one arm that day. All
really
right. Shelby, do you want to sign us out?
Stay Malazan, you maniacs.
Yeah!